So, Pan and I are here at the end of our collegiate careers, so let's just say we have the maturity to appreciate the video game classics, if you will. However, younger kids today, let's just say that they're lacking in this subject. So when Carrie of nerdballoon.com decided to start a YouTube series called Project D, where 11-year-old Dylan would play retro games and then critique them, gamer passions were sure to be at an all-time high. In its first episode, little Dylan played Contra for the NES for the first time, saying that the graphics suck, the music is boring, and it's not as easy as Halo 3 or Call of Duty World at War. Now Panda, he is just a kid, but does this reflect something sad about the gaming culture?
You know what? I don't think so. I think if you took a person, an adult who's never actually played a video game but knows of them and kind of seen them on commercials and stuff like that, sat him down in front of a TV, had him play an NES, had him play Contra, they'd be like, what the hell? The graphics suck, the music suck. What if I took you, when you just had an SNES, and sat you down to play the Atari ET game?
Okay, that's definitely a different example there. You're talking about one of the worst video games of all time.
Okay. Well, an Atari game, let's just say that. A good Atari game. Alright, you're used to the SNES graphics, and then you sit down and you play the Atari game. You're 11 years old. Of course you can appreciate it. If someone our age has played a video game for the first time, played Contra, they would probably find it fun. They would get through the faults. People like us can actually, respect and enjoy a game for its gameplay rather than its graphics. But do you expect an 11-year-old to understand the difference between graphics and gameplay and stuff like that, and understand the nuances?
I expect an 11-year-old to understand a 20-year difference. But no, seriously, where are the parents? If this kid is comparing stuff to mature games like Halo 3 and Call of Duty World at War, my parents would be having a fit if I was playing these games at 11 years old. Granted, they are my parents. I can't speak for all parents, but something's got to be done. Like if this kid is comparing it to those games in particular. Granted, in the second episode, he played Battletoads and had a little more fun with it. He liked how things could be, items could be dropped or whatever. He's playing Mega Man 2 though next, so we'll keep an eye on that for sure.
That was a hard game to enjoy, even when the graphics were good. So let's move on to the bowling peripheral. So now, viewers, have you ever heard of the company CTA Digital? Good, because neither have I. Now, are you ready to hear the latest and greatest innovation by them? Get this. To take the 7 bowling games that exist in the Wii to the next level, they have made a Wii bowling ball. That's right. Place your Wii remote inside of the ball and operate with the buttons outside the ball. Then use a safety strap, give it a grip, and let it roll. At the weight of 1.1 pounds, you'll feel like you're in the alley in no time, with no possible side effects of a ball crashing through your TV screen. Yoko, there have been some pretty pathetic peripherals in the past for Nintendo Wii, but doesn't this take the cake?
Let's ask a basic question first. When you're using the Wii remote, do you ever, sometimes forget to strap on, use that handy strap, even though they tell you all the time, oh yeah, use the strap? You sometimes forget?
No, I choose not to wear it. I'm like, oh, here's the strap. Oh, nope, not gonna do it.
There you go. So if you had a big bowling ball that had a strap that, the first Wii remote strap was infamous for being pretty weak, would you want to wear the strap?
Well, now we're getting to like a huge what if of me buying a bowling ball peripheral for my Wii. But in that case, no, I don't think I'd want to wear the strap, whatever.
So then, exactly, you'd be trying to imitate a bowling motion where the first thing that comes to your mind is, I am going to release this ball. This is an accident waiting to happen. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll tell you this. I think they'll make a killing, a lot of money, if simultaneously they released Wii bowling ball shoes. So you can actually feel like you're in the alley wearing those clown shoes, the really ugly ones. To go along, you'll put like little Wiimotes inside of the shoes themselves to make them even more uncomfortable and awkward looking.
As long as they're a blue and white theme kind of tone, it would
sell
like hotcakes.
I'm a green and purple guy, personally.
Wow, I can't even imagine a Wii with those colors.
So, I think that's it for this week's top stories. Coming up, who is directing a movie based off a game that has 11 million players? Our Comic-Con gaming headlines are next. And also, what does Masahiro Sakurai think of the latest hacking development for his most well-known game? Stick around to find out.
Welcome back. As we mentioned last episode, Comic-Con International in San Diego, California, went down from July 23rd to the 26th. Sadly, neither of us could attend, but instead of hosting an interview in Fireside or dishing about the latest games we've been playing in Game Gab, here are some more headlines, con style. Now the first one revolves around the Halo announcements that were made, the first being about Halo Waypoint, which is kind of like your one-stop shop for Halo fans, basically. A lot of your Halo records are gathered with achievements and all, and it's a way for fans to interact. It was just a really, minor announcement for Bungie. But the main thing, and I know you'll have some interesting thoughts about this, was Halo Legends, where 5 different anime studios, well-known animation companies, are getting together with, along with the Ghost in the Shell director, to produce a Halo anime. Here's some footage of it now that we got playing going on. And Panda, what do you think about the idea of a Halo anime?
I'm sorry, did you say Animatrix? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, taking a popular franchise and give it an animation and that kind of style.
From various studios in an ultra-realistic style with famous anime directors. By the way, that Ghost in the Shell director, kind of a creepy guy. I saw an interview with him once. He's screwed up in the head. But, I don't know, honestly. I mean, Halo is a good book. And, of course, a Halo anime would be great. But I think it would be better as a series. Or perhaps a series of movies. Or like, I don't know, a real-life movie. I'm not sure how it would fare as an anime. And if they're taking, like, different takes of it, too, like, I don't really know.
It is a little bit iffy. I can't say that I followed the Halo canon that much. But, I mean, you watch a ton of anime. You are the anime king in this area. Yeah. And, you've shown me a lot of interesting series and whatnot, and I just can't see this following through. But, if you're a Halo fan and you go check out Waypoint and see these little trailers for, Halo, keep an eye out for Halo Legends, I guess. Another news thing that, circulated at Comic-Con was the idea of Band Hero. Now, Guitar Hero does rock music, but Band Hero is being developed by Vicarious Visions, who's done a lot of work on Guitar Hero. They're taking a lot of the same, Guitar Hero elements with the whole, circles for the frets, not like the rectangles, like Rock Band. But basically they're doing a lot of pop music, like doing some Taylor Swift, some Jackson 5. It's almost like they're trying to, split the Guitar Hero Activision style franchise into 2 paths. But the most interesting thing, they're doing, the Wii 360, PS3, that's fine. But they're bringing this to DS. And, 4 DSs link up, play different things. And let's bear in mind that it will not work on the DSi because it lacks the Game Boy Advance slot. Now you need the GBA slot to plug in the little fretboard and apparently this drum sleeve where you have like drum pads. Do you see this working with 4 DSs linking up to play songs?
Working? Yes. Working well? Not so much. I mean, even if it does work well, I have to find like 3 other people with the DS, with this game, with the respective peripheral for the game, that actually still want to play it. I mean, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be pretty pricey coming in this bundle for a DS, and are we even going to want to play some of these songs? I mean, the Jackson 5 song is ABC, and I'm trying to think of, like, how it'll necessarily work well on a guitar and bass and vocal and drum setup. Last I remember, the Jackson 5 was just 5 vocalists, so...
You know what? They'll figure out a way to make it sell, because these things, they sell for some reason, and they keep on selling. So they're just hopping on that bandwagon, and it'll sell some.
I honestly wish the franchise would just take a different direction instead of saying, we're doing pop music now. It needs a reinvention. I guess that's maybe what DJ Hero is for.